We are on a hunt for the weirdest food you can find in Walt Disney World. Welcome back to Millers in Motion. If it's your first time here, I'm Ryan along with my wife Lauren. We shoot all kinds of travel content. We're here at Walt Disney World, and that's right, I'm looking for the weirdest food I can find on Disney property. So we are starting this little adventure at our hotel, which is Disney's Pop Century, and we're going to start by jumping on the Skyliner, which I'm now currently on, and heading to EPCOT, where they just started doing the Festival of the Arts. So inevitably, hopefully we can find some odd food things there. Okay, before we start this little food challenge, there is a coffee stall right down there, and I will tell you, I am dragging. So we're going to go get a little afternoon coffee to kick this thing off. So what is my criteria for an odd food? Well, I can tell you, in its most basic form, if you read on the menu and go, huh, it's pretty much what it is. If it sounds intriguing, I'm willing to try things that I have not eaten before, which is kind of the cool thing about this like tasting menu style thing they do with most of the festivals. But it's essentially, if you have to put a question mark at the end of it in your head when you're reading it on a menu, that's what causes it. Also, it was pouring when I got my coffee. It's already gone. I'm just hoping I get a little pick-me-up now so we can get through this. All right, we are coming in at the International Gateway entrance, which comes right into the World Showcase, because that's where the Skyliner drops off. So we're coming in right between the UK, or Britain, and France. So we're going to go ahead and wander around. Oh, sorry, rain's dripping. We're going to go ahead and wander around to the right for me, which is going to take us to France first. And then we'll complete the circle before we head back, because we'll take the Skyliner back as well. So I walked all the way around World Showcase, and the weather did not cooperate enough, as you can tell by, well, me. So not only could I barely try to order food, but there's no way I'd be able to film it. And before I destroy any camera gear or my rain jacket that's not doing anything anymore, that has now become more of a wet paper bag situation on my overly fed body. It's hugging me in places I'd rather not be touched. We're going to call it. So with that being said, I did pick out about 3 to 5 things that kind of make you put that question mark at the backside of it. So when the weather is a little bit better, because we have a few more days here, I will come back and we'll pick this video back up. So until whenever I see you next, hopefully I'll be drier. All right, we made it back out, and we're back in EPCOT. It's a lot less wet, but it's also a lot more cold. But we have found our first food items. So I have 2 items from the Painted Panda, which is over by the China Pavilion. This is the one that's a little intriguing. So this is a Bangkok-style egg custard. They call it the egg tart. I'm not 100% sure what to think about that. And then this is just a General Tso's sashimi-style dumpling, which I don't completely understand either. But I just really like General Tso's chicken. This is the one that's odd, so we're going to try that one first. All right, we're going to start with the egg tart. I'm not sure if you're supposed to cut. Yep, cut this. That's weird. Pastry is very flaky and savory, but the egg is like the taste of egg, but like sweet egg, almost like it's got condensed milk in it. And then just for the fun of it, the General Tso's, it said sashimi. I don't think that's right though. Kind of cold, which is weird. Overall, that's pretty good. The egg tart's a little weird. I'd get it again, but more of like a tasting thing. It's like a one-step festival and then done. But I found more weird stuff, so let's wrap this up, clean up, and head on to the next spot. All right, this really isn't anything crazy, but it's supposed to be a beef Wellington pinwheel. So it's kind of like a deconstructed beef Wellington. That's the best I can come up with, at least. So it's unique because it kind of looks like a tart. I will say that if you don't like a regular beef Wellington, you're not going to like it. Oof, this is going to be a big bite. That's pretty good. I'm not the biggest mushroom fan. And these are whole versus like the duck shell in a regular Wellington. That's a lot smaller and fine, like chopped up. But it's pretty good. Okay, this is definitely a what the crap is happening. So this is the pickle dog. So it's a corn dog, but the hot dog is put into a big dill pickle and then breaded and deep fried, and then it's served with a peanut butter sauce. It looks just like peanut butter to me, so this is definitely on the unique side of things. All right, so I'm going to try this first without the peanut butter, but he did say make sure and try the peanut butter. So I like pickles, but this is ridiculous. I don't even know how to describe that. For starters, I should have gotten napkins, but there, you can see the inside. It's a different kind of breading. That makes it work a lot. Also, I'm incredibly full. So, two things. One, this is a full meal. I'm very full. It was like $15, so hooray Disney pricing. Also, there's no way I'm going to finish it because I'm going to dinner tonight with some friends that I haven't seen in a while. And it's 3 o'clock and I'm still eating things. So I need to stop eating because we're going to a nice steakhouse. Now, we've done EPCOT and now this, which I knew I wanted to come do. So we're going to go explore Disney Springs. There's got some stuff I definitely know. This is all tomorrow when I have more of an appetite. But we're going to go do Disney Springs, which I know has some stuff. We're going to see if there's anything at Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, or Animal Kingdom. I know there's at least one thing at Animal Kingdom. So I'm not going to be hungry for a very long time after this thing. All right, we'll see you whenever I'm hungry again, so like in a week. We are back, but this time we are at Animal Kingdom. So there's a handful of places here that I want to try. I've never actually had this, but I have eaten here before. So this is Satuli Canteen. I think I got that right, which is in the Avatar Pandora world. So these are the cheeseburger pods. So it's a bao bun that is a cheeseburger, essentially. It comes with chips and then like a homemade slaw. They try to make things look more alien, I guess. I don't know if you're supposed to like pick these up or cut them with a fork and knife. I'm doing the fork and knife option. They could use a bigger plate. I'm struggling here a little bit. It tastes like a cheeseburger. It's funny how they're able to get things to taste like a cheeseburger and not look at like the spring rolls. Oh, we haven't done the spring rolls yet. They're good. If you're looking for a burger but something kind of fun, this is really good. I ate so much food yesterday. We're going to bounce around a little more today, so we might not stay just in one park specifically. We may bounce to other spots, and at some point I want to hit Disney Springs. I'm worried they're going to have a lot. Just because there's a sheer quantity of places there to eat. So, guess I'm going to finish this and be hungry. Also, I'm starting earlier today. It's like 10 a.m. Hopefully that gets a little better. So, all right, on to the next. All right, this is another day, and we have made it into Hollywood Studios. There is a spot in Hollywood Studios known as Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge is essentially Star Wars land. There's some weird stuff here, so we're going to get it started pretty quick and see if I can gross myself out today. All right, so there is a area called Ronto's Roasters, and this is called a Ronto Wrap. Made me double check. So essentially what it is, it's a piece of pita bread with a sausage and then a sliced pork chop with a slaw and some sort of a garlic aioli. Made me second guess stuff, so we're going to give it a try. Actually a nice snap from the sausage. The pork is good. The coleslaw and the acidity kind of cut it. Apparently, I like Ronto, whatever that is. Ronto equals pork. There's a breakfast version of this. I don't know what is actually in that because it's noon. They stopped selling that at 11. It's good. If you don't like pork, you won't like it, though. So, with that, this is another day of a lot of eating, so wish me luck. All right, next up, we're going to go to Docking Bay 7, which is the more traditional food place inside of Galaxy's Edge. That is if we can get past the stormtroopers. Okay, we have made it over to Docking Bay 7, and this is the fried Tip-Yip, which again, don't know what that is. Turns out it's fried chicken. I don't know if it's boneless or not. Comes with like a little vegetable medley pearl thing, and then there's some mac and cheese buried underneath there somewhere too. So realistically, things are just name weird, and I'm starting to figure that out. I think more of the unique foods were over at the Festival of the Arts. I don't know if there's bones in this or not, so we're going to tear a piece off. I mean, it's good fried chicken. I will say, I think they use chicken thighs, which is awesome because it retains a little more moisture. I love food. The only thing left in this is the mac and cheese. And spiral noodles instead of elbows. Not bad. but I wouldn't write anything home on it. So, all right, I need to break up some of this food with a drink or something. So we're gonna go head over and get I don't know, maybe a cocktail. There's a special bar here in Galaxy's Edge. We may go give that a try. Okay, well, this is supposed to numb a little bit, so this is the oddest cocktail I could find. The unique thing about Oga's Cantina too is that there's a lot of Easter eggs. Oh. So that last drink was called the Fuzzy Tauntaun, and it's a unique drink simply because there's a foam that makes your lips go a little numb. So I am beyond full and stuffed, so I am heading back to the hotel real quick because it's getting warm. And then we have one more place we're gonna go to Disney Springs, but we're gonna wait a little bit because I'm incredibly full. All right, we've come to our last destination, and that is going to be Disney Springs. I'm a little hopeful for Disney Springs as far as awkward things, and our first stop took us to BB Wolf. So I'm gonna start with BB Wolf, stands for Big Bad Wolf, because they do hot dogs and pork things, so that's just fun in my opinion. So they have a couple of unique ones, so I went ahead and did what they call Three Little Pigs. So it is a pastrami Reuben dog, which is that one on the right. It's also the Ybor City Style dog, which I'll go into detail in a second. And the most normal one is the Texas Chili Cheese dog, which is over there on the left. So yeah, that one's not exactly too shocking, but it's these other two on the other end. So the Ybor City dog is a all beef hot dog, mojo pork, pickles, Swiss mustard on a house-made roll served with chips. That one's a little concerning for me because I don't like all those things necessarily. And then the New York pastrami Reuben dog is that same hot dog, shaved pastrami, Swiss sauerkraut, and Russian dressing on a roll. So, all a little different. We'll see how this goes. Also, hopefully you can even hear me because, well, it's really noisy right here. So we're going to start with the Yopon dog, which is essentially what I've determined is it's a Cuban kind of dog. The pork's actually really nice. A lot of times what you do the kind of things, pork can get dried out very easily. The pickle's good. Mustard's good. It's a good little hot dog if you like hot dogs. If you don't like hot dogs, you won't like this. It's also important to know this comes with chips and these 3 hot dogs. I'm very full. I've done the bulk of this eating today. I won't need to eat for a while. Okay, this is the pastrami dog, and I'm going to have to... Yikes. Not a big sauerkraut fan, so see how this goes. By the way, I can't find anywhere to sit, so I'm on a ledge sitting here trying to cross my legs and turn. It's not working. It's actually very fresh tasting, which was surprising. Let's try to get a bite with more of the stuff this time. I still don't like sauerkraut very much. I mean, it's good. It's fresh, which is nice. And the Thousand Island's nice. The pastrami you can't really taste because it's like diced up little pieces of it. It's okay. It's not my favorite. It's very messy. So, of the unique ones, the Reuben one, Yoba, whatever they're calling it, is my favorite. I will say, we're still going to do the Texas chili one because, hell yeah. The chili's nice. It's not like a Texas style chili. There's beans in it. If you're from Texas, you know no beans in chili. But it does have some spice to it. Hot dog's good. Cheddar cheese, some chives, and then they added like Fritos, like corn chips. I mean, it's good. It's not a Texas chili dog, it's a chili dog. That's my favorite of all of them because it's a classic. That's one of my favorite things on the planet anyway. So then it's the pork one, and then the other one I actually didn't care for all that much. If you like that style of food, you'll like this. But chili dog's my favorite, but it's not weird. The pork one is very odd, but it's still very good. So, okay, I don't know where we're going next. We're going to wander around. I am very much so reaching my limit for this week of food. I've spent way too much money on food. So I'm going to kind of clean this up, eat a little bit more of it. Probably not. And then we're going to move on to our next spot. All right, we're back in our spot. This time we went to the Daily Poutine. So obviously poutine's normally like cheese curds, gravy on a French fry. It's a Canadian thing. What makes this unique and weird and slash odd is it is an Indian buttered chicken curry poutine. It's got paneer cheese in it and some other stuff. So I'm just now getting to the point where I like that kind of stuff. So we came back to our spot because, well, it's really crowded at Disney Springs today. I will say, I'm just now getting to a point where I actually like Indian food. But we're going to try the French fry by itself first, because that good French fry makes a poutine. Those are pretty good. All right. Let's get a little chicken. Get a little French fry. Get a little paneer. This one makes me a little nervous. Oh, lost my French fry. So I'm going to start saying it's not bad. I will say, I'm incredibly full. So I don't know how fair I'm being anymore. It's not very spicy. Typically, I like butter chicken to be a little spicier. I just can't tell if it's good together or not. Typically, I do like butter chicken with like a rice. So it's not too far off, but a French fry is a lot saltier. And it's growing on me. I guess I wouldn't get this over like traditional poutine, because that's so good. This is gimmicky almost. Well, the good news is I won't have to eat dinner. I'm very full. So I'm officially stuffed past the point of everything. I'm so miserably full. So I am done officially eating. I will say, if you are looking to test your palate at Disney, this is a good spot to do it, because they're a little nicer with the flavors. And if you're going to branch outside your comfort zone, they treat it with a little more respect, because they have to make everything okay for everybody that comes here. So they can't make anything overly spicy. I will say they've gotten better with their flavors without getting too ridiculous. Also, shout out to our friends, Turn It Up World, sporting their hat today. Go check out Tanya and Dave if you don't know who they are, which you don't know who they are. I guess you live on a rock. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully I'll digest all of this at some point. Bye, Mom.